up, guys?
Hi.
Sometimes we don't plan who's going to start the episode.
I don't know.
And we just kind of jump right
Sometimes I just like wait for Sophia.
It's
That's fine. Happy summer.
Happy June. We're in June.
Yeah.
We're getting through it.
We are in June.
How are you doing, Kaitlin?
Good. Last week I went to the beach.
Beach, let's go
Beach
get away.
day. Beach, yes. Yeah, I was telling Sophia now that I'm getting older, so we'll be 30 next year. I am living for comfort, so got an umbrella. And let me tell you, I love the beach even more.
Yeah.
Sophia got burned a little bit.
I did get burned a little bit, but I got burned on the top of my feet.
Yeah.
Because I did pretty good and put sunscreen, like, kind of where you're supposed to, but I just forgot about my feet. And I was just sitting in the sun, and, like, I leave, and I'm like, my feet hurt so bad. And it was, like, they were quite burned. But I also freckle a lot in the summer. I get a little bit tanner, but for the most part, my freckles just really pop. So now I have...
Freckles are the best.
Like, normally in the winter, my freckles are just kind of in the central part of your face, so, like, the nose and, like, your cheeks. But in the summer, I just freckle everywhere. So, like, now I have them, like, all in the lower half of my face. They're all over my arms. Like, I like my freckles.
That's really cute. So, I freckle just a little bit under my eyes and my nose. Can you see it?
Yes.
Yeah.
They're very cute.
Just a little bit. And they also pop out in the summer. Mm-hmm. And I was telling Sophia that there's so many girls that are drawing on their freckles. No judgment if you are. But also, help me understand por qué. That's why in Spanish.
Oh, wow.
You're welcome.
I think, freckles are cute.
They're really cute.
They're fun. Anyway, so I love my freckles, and I'm trying not to get burned anymore. But yeah.
We wanted to chat with you guys now that summer is officially here. Beach days, lake days, lawn days, summer road trips, rooftop hangs. We all need a good, fun book, and this is going to be our summer TBR. And it's going to be cute.
Yeah.
So,
do you have any, like, plans to do any fun TBR planning for, like, the next couple months? Or are you just going to kind of try to get through what we're going to be talking about?
It might honestly be vibes. I'm doing a lot of summer rereads because around this time last year is when I really jumped back into reading. And a lot of them were summer rom-coms and thrillers and stuff like that. And I want to touch back on some of those.
Yeah.
What about you?
I will probably do a couple, like, fun challenges maybe, or stuff that involve, like, followers, just because I have a lot of books that I want to read. I'm going to touch on some of them today, but there's also some that I'd be like, I'm not mad if I read that. Like, I'd be happy to read that. So I may do some fun little challenges. I also love watching TBR videos and people picking their TBRs. So I don't know. I'm going to talk about the ones that I think I'd definitely love to get to, but there's some other ones I'm like, they'd be fun to get to it this month or whatever.
Yeah.
So possibly, and then other times it really is just purely the vibes. So
I get that.
We shall see. What would you define as a summer read?
Oh, I definitely go more toward rom-coms during the summer. Something small town and something fast-paced. Yeah, like something if I were to bring but at the poolside that I could probably finish within the 5 hours that I'm there. Yeah. What about you?
Yeah. I mean, this was so exciting. I felt like such a little, like, exactly what I want to say when I'm reading a book on the beach, like a beach girly. I read my first ever, like, beach read, like a book on the beach a couple weeks ago, and I finished like 3/4 of it just sitting there on the beach, and it was Practice Makes Perfect by Sarah. Is it Sarah Adams?
Oh, did you like it?
I really did, but it's funny because it's one of those books that's like considered a standalone, but it has a book before it that you should read, and I didn't because I literally went to Walmart and just was like, they didn't have very many options. And I was like, I just want a rom-com. I need a beach read, a short book.
Yes.
And that's what they had. And I was like, you know what? I don't care. Maybe one day I'll get to the first one. But anyways.
Okay.
But all I have to say, I read it in like the 4 hours.
I
read like 3/4 of it in like the 4 hours I was on the beach,
Love it.
So that was really fun.
Okay, but here's my ultimate beach question that you guys can also answer. But Sophia, would you rather bring your Kindle to the beach, or are you a physical book beach reader because, girl, I'm afraid of that sand getting in my book.
Yeah, I was really nervous about that. So that was one of the reasons. Well, I wanted the cute vibes too, because I wanted to like bring a book to the beach, like I said. But I am a little nervous about. I mean, sand. Okay. I think that we romanticize the beach quite a bit.
Yeah, it's kind of gross sometimes.
It's actually not the greatest sometimes. I'll be honest. Like, is it great? Yes. Is it sticky and sandy and hot and
humid
sometimes and humid and you just kind of like also yes.
Yeah.
So I think like my book that I brought, it's a little beachified. It's a little ripped. I was holding it with like my sunscreened hands, and it's like some sand got in it. Like it's a beachified book now in that sense. So I think because it physically got a little damaged, like I wouldn't probably bring my Kindle. Unless I knew I was going to like sit on the boardwalk or something and like not even get into the sand.
I brought my Kindle.
Yikes.
With me to the beach. It was fine.
Okay.
Because also, here's the thing. I was not on a towel. I didn't sit on the ground. I was up on a lawn chair.
See, that's different.
So I was up here reading it, and then I brought the case that you gave me for Christmas.
Yay.
And I put her in there, and then I put her into like a towel. I wrapped her up.
Yeah.
The towel was also not on the sand.
Okay, yeah.
So like I tried to very much keep it away. Now there's only one outlet on the Kindle, which is the charger.
Yeah.
So get sand in there, it might be over.
Yeah.
But don't get, it's like, or maybe we could get like those plugs. Have you seen those? Like it's a plug. Okay, go with me here.
Okay.
See, like you have a wire, right? It goes in there.
Yes.
There's like, you could plug it up. So you could just close it.
Okay.
So nothing gets in there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe I'll get some for us for the summer. But I just also, it helped with the glare.
That's fair.
You know what I mean?
Fair.
And I didn't want to take a book.
I will say I was also going from lawn chair to towel, like beach towel, to popping it in my bag without a case. Like I was definitely doing the like kind of tossing it around. I really wanted to like, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to embrace it. Yeah. It's fine. Like, I got the book. So when you buy books from, like, Walmart or Target, like, they're always discounted anyways.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? If this book is a little damaged, it's, like, it's the memory, So it's fine.
Oh, gosh.
It's fine.
You could also do an audiobook on the beach.
Yeah, but then people, don't know what you're listening to. Like, you got to, like, be the main character a little bit.
Okay.
Be the main character. Like my sister brought her speaker to the beach, so we were, like, playing
fun.
music. Like, we were, like the vibe was vibing.
Yeah.
Like, people probably walked past us and, thought we were really cool.
Yeah.
Because it was me, my friend, and my sister all reading books. Like, we were all just sitting there.
Oh, that's really cute,
reading.
though.
So the vibes were ideal.
They were immaculate.
But all to say, let's talk a little bit about what's, like, on our list. Now, these are not all the books we own. I think we clarified that for our spring TBR and our winter TBR as well. But these are the books that we would love to get to in the summer, whether or not it's giving the beach vibe, the summer vibes, or if it's just books that we've really been wanting to read. Mm-hmm. So why don't you start us off, Kaitlin?
Sure. Last week in the episode, we chatted about Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez. I bought it. But I have not read it because I'm waiting for the summer vibes, obviously. So that is high priority on my list.
Nice.
That's number 1.
All right. I would love to get to Magnolia Parks.
Ooh.
I've been talking about that. I've been talking about it.
Yeah.
And whether that's just the first one, whether I'm getting into the full series, I don't know. But I'd like to at least start the first one.
Okay.
And see
what happens. This is a good time to do that.
Yeah, I just, I don't know if it's exactly beachy, summery. I keep saying beachy, but like summery vibes, you know what I mean? The outdoor vibes. But it's just been on my list for so long.
Yeah.
That I think maybe the summer's finally a good time to do it.
Yes.
But I keep saying that, so we'll
see.
We'll see. We'll find out. Yeah.
I'm going to group these few together. Okay. I need to finish my Emily Henry group books. So I got Happy Place. I didn't finish it yet. I actually have a quarter left, so I'll probably get to that. I have not yet read Beach Read, which, hello, screams summer.
Well, there you go.
Beach Read, like the cover, come on, you have to do it.
Yeah.
And then my reread will be Book Lovers.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Amazing.
I have to do it.
I love it. Yeah, I I'm obviously very much looking forward to A Novel Love Story by Ashley Poston.
Oh, I put that down too.
And The Rom-Commers by Catherine Center, which you already read.
Gosh.
She got an arc of this. This is a book that's not out yet. It's coming out very soon, though.
Yes. June something.
Yeah, just like a couple weeks, I'm pretty sure. And you got to read an arc of it, like, but months ago.
I did.
So
it's
I've been waiting on it.
perfect for the summer.
What's funny about getting an arc, you guys, is that they send it literally straight to your Kindle, whether that's like your actual Kindle app or whatever, and you cannot share it. Like, there is no file to share. Like, unless your Kindle is directly also connected to said person's account, they're very strict about who receives the PDF in that sense, or the EPUB. So I have not read it. I'm looking forward to it, but those are like 2 new releases that I'm definitely excited about.
Yes, me too.
But yeah,
actually, it came out yesterday. Yes, June 11th.
Well, I'll be
hilarious. Well, she'll be on that.
I need to get on that soon. I don't know if it's going to be one. Clearly, it's not one that I picked up right away.
I get that.
But I would love to get to it in the rest of June.
That's fun.
Maybe July.
Okay.
I love Catherine Center. So we'll see. We'll see if I get to that one. But that's another, those 2 new releases, I think, are ones that I would love to get to. But yeah, do you have any fantasies or thrillers you're looking into?
I have 2.
Okay.
I have Heartless Hunter.
Me too.
Maybe we'll do that for our book club.
We really should.
I really want to read it.
We should just.
It has nothing to do with summer vibes at all.
But I'm really interested.
At all. Okay. Yay.
There you go.
My other one you suggested to me is to read Dance of Thieves.
Yeah. I think that'd be a good fantasy for the summer, because, like, it's not the most high stakes fantasy in the world, and I think you can read it like with the vibes of it being warm outside.
Totally.
It's not like a cozy curl up in the rain type vibe. Like, it could be.
Yeah.
But I think if you're gonna pick a fantasy for the summer, that might be a good one to get to.
You know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, probably also Queen of Shadows, because I need to finish. It.
I was just talking to our friend Mary, my roommate, and she was so there's a trivia night that's gonna happen for Kingdom of Ash at a bar here that I've gone to for Crescent City trivia, and it's like I think it's in July, and she's not going to be in town, and my other friend who read Kingdom of Ash has moved away, sadly, so the only person I could possibly go with would be somebody who's read it. Yeah. And Mary looked at me and she said, well, you go with Kaitlin, she might have read it by that point. I said, absolutely not. I said, there's no way. There is no way this girl could get into Kingdom Ash in the next 2 months.
You could go with Malia.
I could.
That would be fun.
Me and Malia can have a little outing.
Our mutual friend Malia, she recently picked up reading and like reading.
Yeah.
And she's already finished Throne of Glass. She read ACOTAR first. Yeah. That would be a really fun.
So I could definitely.
Wait, when is it?
Maybe I'll do that. I don't remember the exact date.
In July.
I think so.
She will have a newborn. Dang it.
She can bring the baby.
Malia, bring the baby. Bring the baby.
she can drink now.
There you go. Malia, we love you.
Anyways, all that to say, it's really funny because Mary was like, maybe she'll finish it by then. And I said, no.
No, absolutely not.
I'm going to be honest. I would be shocked if you read, Queen of Shadows, Empire Storm, Tower of Dawn, Kingdom of Ash in a row. Just because I know I would love for you to, so we can actually talk about it.
I know.
You guys, I have been keeping things secret from her ever since she first started reading Throne of Glass.
Which was last fall.
I can't say a word. Mm-hmm. And like, y'all want to.
She's been hurting.
It's so hard to only talk about the books that she's read so far, which is through Heir of Fire and Assassin's Blade, because I can't really remember what happens in each book. Like, the lines start to blur a little bit.
Right.
And so I literally just start to like. I have to just stop myself from talking about it all, and I'll just be like, Kaitlin, you tell me what you remember. So because I'm so afraid I'm going to spoil something because I don't remember where certain things happen.
Well, here's the thing. I feel like,
anyways,
maybe, confirm or deny, but the place where I'm at, I feel like is she needed to build the world.
Yes.
For me to enter this new part.
Yes.
Yes? Okay.
Yes.
So maybe I will.
Yeah, maybe.
We shall see. I'll keep you guys updated.
What is today? It's June 11th. Is that today? June 12th is today?
Yep.
Okay, so everybody, let's keep Kaitlin accountable on this.
Oh gosh.
But I think you should get into Queen of Shadows and just keep keep going.
Yes.
This is what's very different between the two of us, and we talked about this before, is that usually when not always, but when I do start a book that's a first book in a series, I tend to just keep going in a series. I don't usually stop. So like I recently read the Poppi War trilogy, and I just went 1, 2, 3, just read them in a row. I didn't even read anything else. And like Kaitlin, you typically you pick up a book in a series and then you'll just move on to other stuff.
Yeah.
Unless it really, really, really gripped you and you're like, I have to read the next one right now.
Right.
Which with me with Throne of Glass, for example, I just could not stop. I went full force, every single book in a row, did not read anything else until I was done with the series.
Okay, but here's my thing. This is how I also approach TV series. So for example, Avatar. If you know, you know. The Last Airbender came out on Netflix, okay? Mm-hmm. All of them. I think there were 7 or 8 episodes. Each one was about an hour or a little over.
Yeah.
I was sitting with Isaiah. The day it came out, I was like, okay, let's watch the first 2. And let's, like, watch something else so, like, it doesn't have to go away so quick. I think that's where I get, because when I know I'm going to love it, I want to extend the time that I have with the characters. Yeah. Isaiah was like, we're watching the whole thing in one night.
And he went, oh,
we watched the whole thing in one night. Stayed up till, like, 4 in the morning. And then I was like, well, it's over.
You can rewatch.
And I was sad. I was actually sad.
That's what a rewatch or a reread
I did rewatch it, but it was different. You know, like, you would probably, like, want to give a leg up.
My reread of Throne of Glass was epic. I'll just put it that way.
The reread?
The reread.
Interesting.
Because you're like, oh, this and that. Oh, I remember this. Oh, that was so important. But I didn't see that before. But
okay. I feel that.
So I think, just keep going.
But here's the thing. If I get stuck in a series, I'll probably be in it for a while. And then I'm also afraid of a book slump. So I have to break it up. So if I'm like, okay, I'm going to get the second book, at least I have it, get into a rom-com, and then go back in. Like, that's how I kind of help myself.
I just think we're just different on that, and, like, that's okay. But there are also series I've started that are, like, a duology or a trilogy that I've read, like, the first one, and I'm like, okay. And, like, I picked it back up later, and it's been fine. Like, I read the Ember and the Ashes series. I read the first 3 books, kind of, like, maybe over the course of, like, 2 months, like, with other books in between. And then it was a good 6 or 7 months before I picked up the last book of the series. So I have done the sporadic thing.
A River Enchanted was one that I couldn't. I told you I was looking for it. Yeah. I was searching high and low. Couldn't get to a bookstore. Like, I needed the second one. So there are exceptions, obviously. Yeah.
Anyways, I'll say, we need you to get back on the Throne of Glass journey. But also, I think it would work in any season. So just get on it. I will also say I really want to read, and I've been talking about this forever, and I just think, again, like, it's not necessarily a summer vibe, but I've been putting it off. I think with what you've been saying, which is, like, the excitement of it, like, it's going to be over. And so my goal for the summer is at least to reread The Hobbit. I have been planning on doing this reread for so long, all of Lord of the Rings, and then I do want to actually read The Silmarillion because I never fully got through it. Like, I barely even got into it, guys. Like, it was just, it's so dense. It's so dense. But I think my goal is to at least do The Hobbit this summer. But then I might jump right into Fellowship. Like, I don't know. Yeah. But at least just do The Hobbit.
It's so interesting. I'm in the middle of the Harry Potter series. Next up is Order of the Phoenix. And I just can't get myself to do a Harry Potter book that is not in the fall or winter.
I think that's fine.
I mean, so I'm waiting because it's just Harry Potter is fall vibes. Like, I feel that. I do it every year.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's fine. I think, some you definitely should put off. Yeah. Because of the vibes. Yeah. But I think this is just one I've been I wanted to do it in the winter. I wanted to do it in the spring. Yeah. And I'm like, Sophia, just commit. Just do it. Just actually do it. So I'm taking my goal down from being like, do all of them to just do The Hobbit. Yeah. Just do The Hobbit as your reread. And, and I'm going to go slow because I'm really going to annotate and take my time with it. So I think that's the other reason I've been putting it off is just because, like, when I'm in a book, I'm in it and I just want to keep reading. I'm like, The Hobbit's going to be one that I'm probably going to be reading other books as well.
Sure.
Just because I'll be taking my time. So, but that is definitely what I'm trying to get to. One of the ones I'm really, really just wanting to get to.
Yeah.
But on like a lighter side, I want to read a fantasy that I've never really heard anybody talk about before. And it's one that we got when we were book shopping around my birthday. And this is called Unbound, and it's by Christy Healy. And it seems to be kind of a fairy tale retelling with a mix of like Rapunzel vibes, maybe some Sleeping Beauty vibes, like whimsical kind of fantasy.
Yeah.
And again, I think if I'm going to try to go for a fantasy in the summer, that sounds like a good premise. That's just like a light, probably not too high stakes. So that's one that like, and I've never heard anybody talk about it before.
Okay.
I mean, I literally just picked it up because it looked good.
Yes.
So
I get that.
So that would be one that I feel like would be fun.
Okay.
Just because yeah, why not?
Yeah.
You know?
I'm gonna do What the River Knows. Started it, couldn't finish it. But also speaking of, yes, this is her 6-star read of the year so far. But Isabella Ibanez also wrote Woven in Moonlight.
Oh yeah.
That was her first one.
Mm-hmm.
It is sitting on my shelf. It is also like I'm doing with an internet TikTok book friend an exchange. So it was on her TBR. Mm-hmm. So I have to annotate and send it over to her.
I love that.
Yeah, they also have a book podcast. That will be really fun if the four of us could get together.
Oh, we should.
Yeah.
Speaking of then doing the annotation rounds, I kind of forgot, but I'm also doing my next rounds of my little trio with Ainsley and Hannah. And so the two that I will be reading for that will be Vicious by V.E. Schwab, which
looks good.
I think is probably more fall vibes if we're being honest.
Yeah.
But I'll probably get to it this summer when it gets to me finally. And then we're going to do Love Redesigned, I think is what it's called. It's one of those Lauren Asher books, or it's like the one that wrote, she's the author that wrote the Dreamland Billionaire series.
Yes,
but this is not
like
that
Fine
series.
Print and
but
all
this
those.
is her other series.
Oh,
Redesigned.
Okay.
Yes, Love Redesigned by Lauren Asher. The cover is purple, and so I love that.
How cute.
It is the author of the Dreamland. I cannot talk.
What's going
today?
on?
I don't know, y'all. And so we basically picked like a whimsical fantasy. So we just did Daughter of the Moon Goddess, which I've finished and sent along. So I'm the first one that annotated that. But then the other two that will be coming to me already annotated will be Vicious by V.E. Schwab and Love Redesigned by Lauren Asher. And I think that'll probably be a good summer like rom-com.
Nice.
So yeah, those are like the ones that we're doing for like that little annotating around the world situation. So that's really cute. I also randomly really want to read, it's called The Ministry of Time, and this is by
what is that?
Kaitlin, I'm not sure, I'm probably butchering that, Bradley.
Okay.
And I had vaguely heard about this book. I'm a little mad because this is one of those books that I saw on NetGalley for like an arc, and I passed over it, and it got rave reviews from Haley Pham, which is just one of our favorite book talkers, and she absolutely loved it.
Ooh.
I don't know much about it, but I got it from Book of the Month.
Okay.
And because I had a bunch of credits like lined up
right.
from like basically.
Right.
You guys, I forgot that I had made an account with Book of the Month on my like school email because they had the deal where it was like you get a book for $5. So I did that, and then I forgot about it. And then every single month for the past 7 months, they've been charging me for books, and I didn't realize until recently. So I have 7 credits of books to like claim, which is nice. So I went ahead and got 2 of those. I got Heartless Hunter and The Ministry of Time. And I'm saving the other ones to see what other books will come out.
Right.
But anyways, I don't know much about it, but it's a time travel.
I love it.
Like romance, rom-com. I don't know.
Okay,
like,
cute.
So I'll let y'all know. But
I
that's
love
one that
that
I really am just very interested by, very intriguing. So yeah, I don't know. It's funny because I feel like I'm listing a lot of books that I've just gotten or / like, will be receiving.
Yeah.
Versus what's on my shelf.
Well, now that we're talking about Haley,
yes,
I was going to say maybe another one that I need to read, has been on my Kindle for a while, is The Unmaking of June Farrow.
That was good.
I really, really want to read it.
I really enjoyed that.
Cool.
It was another time travel situation.
Oh, see, that is one of my favorite tropes.
Maybe that's why she loved it so much, because she's also ranted about the time travel like trope.
If you can write a good time travel, I'm in. Like, I love it. Yeah. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah. So that's one that, again, I just got. I feel so bad for the other books on my shelves that are just sitting there
staring at me.
Because I love them all, and I really want to get to them all, but we're only human, and we can only get to a couple books at a time.
Yeah.
So I will say, like, it just always does make me happy just seeing the books on my shelves, though.
Yeah.
Because the thing here, not a problem. This is not a problem. This is a good thing. Like, we can change our mind and just pick up a different book on our shelf. Yeah, you know what I mean?
That's true.
Like, we have the list of books we want to read, but say I'm just like, oh, I want to pick up this one today. Like, I have that library.
I do think that's why book shopping is cool, and book collecting is because you're not wasting money if you're investing it into your own library.
Yeah.
You know, I think another thing, like, I was just looking at my bookshelf, better than the movies. I might want to do just like a quick,
that'd be so
because
good.
The second book is coming out later on maybe at the end of summer. So I'm looking forward. I love that one. And that's also another Haley fam rec.
Oh, so, yeah. Oh, she loves it.
So good. It's so cute, you guys. It's giving Disney Channel. Like,
it is such a good movie. Like, look at me saying movie. It's not.
I know it's not a movie.
Yeah.
It's good.
It'd be a great, cute little movie. But yeah, I feel like you know what? Sometimes I'm such a mood reader that honestly, I probably will end up picking other books.
Yeah.
On my shelves that I haven't even thought about. Like, you know, when we were putting together this list, I was like visually in my head, I was like, what do I have on my shelf? Like, I don't even know what I have anymore.
Shelves.
Yeah, shelves. Shelves.
With an S.
Multiple shelves. But yeah, I'll probably get home and be like, oh, why didn't I mention that book? Like, you know, but so many good ones.
Yeah.
So many good ones.
Well, we hope that you guys like found maybe a summer recommendation. A lot of these are not super long, probably like 350 pages, which you could totally do if you're on vacation. You know, just hanging out for the summer. You're going to the park, bring one of these books in your bag, get it on your Kindle. I feel like, you know, you like, we should still have fun reading in the summer. It doesn't have to be heavy reading. It doesn't have to be a big fantasy unless you want it to be.
Right.
But just for the vibes and bring it to the beach.
Of course.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. Today's question comes from comes from Alluring Simmer. How you doing? Shout out. They ask, what's your favorite book you read as a child? And I feel like we could probably do a whole nother episode on childhood favorite books.
Yeah.
But any that just quickly stand out to you?
Got one. The Tale of Emily Winsnap.
Okay.
Have you heard of it?
I think you talked about it on your book talk.
Yes.
But that's it.
It is a 13-year-old girl who finds out she's a mermaid.
That's so cute.
Reread it. I think that maybe sparked a little bit of fantasy. I think I read that book, I don't know, 15, 20 times.
Wow.
Front to back.
There you go.
5th or 6th grade, which, you know, in the summer you're in the pool playing mermaids anyway.
Of course.
And if you didn't, so sorry for you.
You can still do that. You can bring that childhood back.
Yes.
Play mermaids.
You know what, honestly, I thought of just like going to Barnes & Noble and getting some childhood books, like sitting there for a little bit and just reading it, because I don't know if some of these books are still on the shelves. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if kids are still reading stuff like that, but I love that one. That was my favorite.
I don't know. I don't think I mentioned this book / this series at all in the episode we did, like, 3 seasons ago at this point, for when we did our episode about childhood books. But there was this series that I just ate up as a kid, and that was called The Ark, the Reed, and the Fire Cloud.
The what?
The Ark, the Reed, and the Fire Cloud.
The Fire Cloud?
The Fire Cloud. And it eventually turned into the series being called The Epic Order of the Seven.
Oh, wow.
But basically, it was a series, and it's still going, which is so funny to me. Like, but these books were thick, dude. Like 600-page books.
What?
Yeah.
And these are children's books?
Well, they're young adult, but I mean, they're supposedly for readers age 8 and up, which is
wow.
I started reading them when I was like 10, so Shoot. But basically, the premise of the very first book is that it follows some of the animals that are called to Noah's Ark.
Wait, you told me about this?
Yes. It's so cute, y'all. But there's like actual drama that goes down. Like, Satan comes on the ship in the form of a snake.
No.
And like,
no.
I don't want to give any spoilers, but like, I cried at the end of the first book, and I think it started my obsession with like bittersweet endings. So.
And this was the first book?
The first book.
Oh.
The second book is actually my favorite, and that's The Dreamer, the Schemer, and the Robe. The author was inspired by Chronicles of Narnia, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, in terms of like the title.
What's it called now?
The Ark, the Reed, and the Fire Cloud is the first one.
Okay.
Jenny L. Cody is the author. I met her a couple times. I was an ARC reader for one of the books. Like, that's a whole journey. But anyways, I think that's probably one of my favorite childhood books / like read as a child, but would still 100% recommend and read today. I've never seen it on the shelves of Barnes & Noble, so I don't know if, like, how popular it even is, but y'all, it's so good. And I think I might give that a talking about rereading books.
Well, you know what?
Is it on?
It says it's a podcast, but it is as an audiobook.
That's amazing. Well, there you go.
Honestly, might check it out.
You should. You could also probably get it on Kindle.
I feel like I'm gonna be sad.
No, it's really good.
But you cried.
I did, but it's not a sad ending. It's just like, it's really well written.
There's a little terrier.
Yes.
You guys.
The dog is named Max, and the cat is named Liz.
Look at the cat. Okay, there's another cat. There's an orange cat and a black cat.
His name is Al, and then the other little dog's name is Kate. Yeah. That's so cute.
You guys.
Anyways, that's like another story we could really dive into another time.
Yeah.
But that was a great question, because
yes, childhood nostalgia books are my favorite
good
topics.
Books. Anyways, you guys, hoping that y'all are having a great, start of summer. And
this is the finale of season 3, guys.
Oh my gosh. How
we did not even mention it.
Whoops.
Happy end of the season. Yeah. Okay. We are so happy to still be doing this. We're gonna just some updates. Mm-hmm. We're gonna be taking a break like we always do, but it's also the summer and we've got some things to do.
Yeah.
So we will let you know when we're headed back, but expect sometime in July.
Yes.
But we'll still be active on social media, and you can always binge and go back and listen to our episodes if you are not caught up. But we will be launching season 4 midsummer.
Yeah. Keep your eyes out also for our Fable book club. We are trying to get that started back up, and hopefully we can be more involved in that while we're taking this break from actually recording. So we always have that linked in our bios. It's a Linktree link. We go right to Fable. It's a free account. So we're trying to get that back up and running because we love talking to you guys about books.
Yes.
And yeah, I totally forgot this was the season finale. That's
wild.
Wild, you guys. Anyways, well, we will see you in a couple weeks. We'll see you sometime in July.
We'll be around.
Yeah.
But new episodes coming this summer.
Yeah. Wow. That's crazy.
Wow.
All right. Well, we'll see you guys in a bit.
Bye, guys.
Bye.